for Kemper is May 21st. He's scheduled to enter a plea at that time. Pat O'Brien, Eyewitness News, Santa Cruz.
Edmund Kemper, born December 18, 1948, was one of the most prolific serial killers in United States history, murdering 7 women, including his own mother and both his grandparents.
Edmund, so how was your relationship with your mother?
Well, me and my mother never really got along. She was very abusive, very toxic towards me, and she never really supported me or anything I did. So eventually I just started losing my mind around her.
So when you were younger, what do you do in your free time?
I mean, I loved animals. I loved being around them, and I always wanted to know what it feels like to cut something open and take its head off. You know, search its body, investigate it. So I always ended up dissecting animals, and yeah.
So I heard when you were 15, you killed your grandparents. You got sent to the psychiatric ward. How was that experience for you?
So after I killed my grandparents at the age of 15, they sent me to a psychiatric ward where I was diagnosed with schizophrenia. In the ward, I met a bunch of people who did the exact same thing as I did, giving me a lot of knowledge of what to do.
At the age of 15, Kemper killed both his grandparents and was sent to the state mental hospital, where he gained information from other serial killers staying in the hospital. He was released after 5 years of serving his conviction.
All right, so he was released when he was 20 from the cyborg, and he was a normal person. I mean, he had a job at a warehouse. He actually went to bars with officers frequently. So, I mean, he acted like normal. He was actually sweet, and that's why he was able to capture.
Kemper was generally seen as a normal stand-up guy by many in the community, and there's many reports of him hanging out with police officers at local bars because he wanted to become a state trooper for the state.
No one, absolutely nobody, could have believed he was a serial killer.
After being released from the institution, he went on to community college where he graduated and started working normal jobs. During one of the jobs, he was badly injured and received a $15,000 settlement claim. He used that money to buy a new car and drove around and saw hitchhiking women. Then he realized how easy it would be to pick them up and potentially murder them. While he stayed at the mental hospital, they diagnosed him with paranoid schizophrenia, which was their best guess at the time.
So your results came back and you have antisocial disorder and you are also schizophrenic, my friend. At the age of 16, Kemper was diagnosed with schizophrenia after the psych ward and after he killed his grandparents. And ever since, he was on a killing spree. So Kemper, he had a thing for hitchhiking college girls and would go off and take them to secluded areas, mainly rivers, where they would just follow along because he was charming and nice.
Kemper would kill 5 college females from 1972 to 1973, where he would either shoot them, stab them, or strangle them, and then end up dumping their bodies in nearby rivers because he learned that from other inmates while he was at the psychiatric hospital when he was younger.
So after he brought the girls to the rivers, he murdered them in several different ways. He would decapitate them, he would shoot them. So people started figuring out that people were finding dead bodies in the rivers. So they didn't ever suspect Kemper, but sooner or later they found out it was him. So the killing spree would never stop. I mean, no one suspected him to be the killer. He was friends with the cops, so he ended up actually turning himself in because, he would just never stop and kill as much blood as possible could.
After the murder of his own mother, he found a phone booth and called the police. He confessed to the murders of his mother, but the police did not take this call seriously and told him to call back at a later time. Several hours later, Kemper called again, asking to speak to an officer he personally knew, and confessed to the murder to him exactly, and they finally believed him and came and caught him.
This is Edmund Kemper. I'm turning myself in.
Edmund Kemper was indicted on 8 counts of first-degree murder on May 7, 1973. He was assigned the chief public defender by the state of California, and the counsel told Kemper his only option was to plead not guilty by reason of insanity. Kemper attempted suicide twice while in custody. His trial went ahead on October 23, 1973. This court finds you, Edmund Kemper, guilty of 8 counts of first-degree murder and sentences you to 8 concurrent life sentences. Police and prosecutors had plenty of evidence to use against Kemper in court. They found human remains at his house, including on his property and kept inside. At crime scenes like his car in the river, they found blood evidence that matched directly to the victims, and in his actual vehicle, there was plenty of evidence, like fibers, stains, and other trace materials linked to the victims. At his own mother's crime scene, there was clear forensic evidence that supported what he told police during the phone call of confession. Since being fully incarcerated to serve his sentence, Kemper has been basically a model inmate. He's been forthcoming about the nature of his crimes and has stated that he participated in the interviews to save others like himself from killing other human beings. Edmund Kemper, once one of the most prolific serial killers in United States history, now lives on his days in a mental hospital under 24-hour maximum security watch.